So we'd often like to market to realtors and lenders, mortgage brokers, loan officers, etc. Um, and as we've talked about before, doing that one-on-one is very limited rather than doing it one-to-many. But what if there's a way to market to them all, a bunch of them at once, get your message out to them that of who you are and what you do and how you can benefit them at large scale, and also have their credibility and admiration at the same time? Is there a way to do that? Yes, there is, and I'm going to show you. All right, so I'm going to show you a marketing trick that you've no doubt this will be the first time you're hearing it here in the notary space, how to get these realtors, how to get their attention, get them to know who you are, as well as mortgage brokers, loan officers, a lot of people in this space that would use your services, even property investors. There is a way to have them become aware of who you are and what you do and establish credibility and authority with them at large scale. And you've probably never heard this before, so here we go. So what I am talking about doing is a concept that we call BOPA, or borrowing other people's audiences. Okay, we've used this for our business for years now to grow. We've used it both for our legal services, for our notary services, for insurance services, and we've used it for courses, for marketing courses. In fact, a year ago, we were on the Chris Voss show interview talking about some of the new opportunities we felt were available that notaries weren't seizing in the notary space. And of course, that resulted in us getting a lot of exposure, getting a lot of sales even. So what I'm talking about doing is being a guest on podcast shows. Now, before you run away and you think, oh, that can't work, that's too hard, that's not for me, there's an easy way to do this, and I'm going to show you how you can find people who are hungry for guests like you, and you can go on their show and add value, and you can explain what it is you do. So let's dive in and let me show you how to make this happen. Okay, so when it comes to being a guest on a podcast, you are going to want to not reach out for the biggest and the best first. You're going to want to kind of work your way up and reach out to podcast hosts. So one site that is free to join and that works very well is this site called matchmaker.fm. Matchmaker.fm. That's not a dating site. Okay, this is a site that matches up would-be podcast guests with podcast hosts who are looking for people to engage with their audience so actively. So if you can go here and you can create a profile, you can just simply create your guest profile, which is pretty easy to do. Here you say it says manage guest profile. Build this out, talk about you and what it is you do and why you're somebody who's interesting. And then it's as simple as go to find a show. Okay, so let's say, so for my notaries, you might want to target mortgage brokers, right? People in the lending space, or realtors. So it says no matches. Let's just try realtors. Now I know there's going to be realtors and there's going to be investors on here. Oh, here we go, categories. So we can just go right down the categories, and house flipping, that would be a good one to be a guest on, right? Real estate right here. So real estate, and then so here we go under real estate. Here's the Chris Voss show that I was talking about, that I was on, one of the top podcasts in the world. But here's a whole host of them. And so it's really as simple as reaching out, and matchmaker right here, real estate notes show. It'd be as simple as sending a message. And you don't want to have a canned message. You want to have something that is personalized to them that says, hey, I'm a notary signing agent, and I can explain to your audience what to expect during the closing, how to make sure the closing is doing good. Or I can explain to, if you have an audience of realtors, I can explain to them how I can make the real estate agent look good in this closing process. Whatever, just adding value, adding your experience, adding some unique stories that you have come across on their show. Now they are going to let you shout out. They're going to shout out your business, who you are, where you are, your website, your contact info to their audience. So this is just a great opportunity. Even these smaller podcasts have pretty decent audiences. So like even right here, this show here, up to 5,000 monthly downloads. So pretty decent audience he's got. Um, and then it's probably important to know that, you can create a free plan where you can message like, I think 10, 20 a month. You can pay 30 a month, and then I think you pretty much have unlimited number that you can request. But you got to understand that, not all of them are going to want you. Not all of them are going to engage with you, but the ones that do, it will be well worth your while. Now, you don't have to stop here. It's just podcasts are a good place to start, and this is a platform where we have podcast hosts actively looking for guests such as yourself. So, but you could also take to YouTube, and you could find similar uh, lenders, mortgage brokers that have a show. You could even look locally, because there are a lot of local um, mortgage brokers that have their own show. One of the ones that we use a lot here in our area, she has her own weekend TV show that she does. And so it could be as simple as saying, I'd like to be a guest on there and add some value to your audience, give some of my unique insights as a notary signing agent. So there you have it. This is a way to mass message to your target audience, those people that you want to do business with, and promote your brand.